This is the last one for the day, I swear. So, no, I was thinking about, well, like tying together a couple of things I said earlier today, and then, and it's about how you go about where you're going. So if you have a goal, obviously you have to choose actions to take that will get you there. And they have to be specific. Like if you were going to go to Newfoundland and you just said, head north, probably not a great plan, right? I mean, unless you're me and I just like to do things like that. You can call that a spirit of adventure, or you can call that bad decision making. I don't know. Depends on your point of view. But you will want, turn by turn directions. Would be ideal. Right now, this is before GPS, but GPS still gives you specific places to go, right? So all I'm saying is your directions have to be specific. And they have to be something that you're going to do, right? Now, a lot of times, especially with something like this, where you are heading off into maybe some territory that's uncomfortable, and doing something that scares you, you might want to run away from those actions that you have decided to do. And as I was saying earlier, there are actually a couple of ways to do this. And one is to ensure that the doing of the action is more comfortable than the not doing of the action. The not doing of the action has to be really uncomfortable. It has to be so much worse than the doing of the action. Does that make sense? Am I being clear? I feel like I'm being very esoteric here. But basically, even though the action might be uncomfortable, not doing it has to be less comfortable. And in my life, I'm seeing that because, yeah, there's just, it's to not do things that I said I'm going to do. That would just, I can't go through the list of things that would be bad about that. It's a very long list, and all of the reasons are very meaningful to me. So there's that. And then there's also connecting your vision to those actions, right? And I was sort of talking about that earlier when I was talking about how we've got the moment, right? The greatness of the moment thing, where you are choosing to be great in that moment, but also when you're doing that, to make it real. I don't know really how to say that. It sounds a little weird. To connect to your vision, like for instance, I was on the treadmill, right? And I was doing like an incline of 10, and I was like just jogging it out. And like, I wanted to quit. I was not comfortable. And I was like, this sucks. But okay, no, I'm going to continue to do this because I'm great, right? I'm great. And then you start envisioning what this is going to lead to, right? Okay, so I'm uncomfortable now, but this is going to make it so in the future, I'll have not lost the weight, because Eureka told me that that's a bad thing to say. Not a bad thing to say, but it's more useful. And I really do find this more useful to say either you're letting go of the weight or you're releasing the weight. I might also include shedding the weight. But the point is, if you lose something, you will find it again. And if I am letting go of the weight, I am letting go of the weight, both physically, mentally, and spiritually, and that it will be a good release. But the point is that it will result in me being healthier and feeling better about myself, which will give me confidence. And connecting that to that moment of like being like breathing heavily, and like my heart's going faster and I'm sweating and I can't breathe because that stupid mask is on my face. Connecting that to like that and envisioning that in that moment, like what is that going to be like? That's going to be amazing. Like it's going to feel so good. I remember the way it felt when I was at the size that I liked being at, and I was at the health level that I liked being at. And it's just, I put myself there and I connected it to what I was doing. So as I was just huffing away, I was in my mind, this is what is making me, this is what's going to bring this about. And I can see this right now. It's mine right now because I'm doing the thing I need to do to get there. I hope that makes sense. And that was my thought. I'll talk to you tomorrow.